Hello everybody, welcome to Life in France. Life in France versus life in the UK. I'm Mark, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget, hit that red button so you don't miss any future releases. Today, I'm going to be talking about money, and in particular, currency exchange rates. With regards to living in France and starting a new life in France, obviously you need to have euros to pay for your day-to-day expenses and also to purchase the house that you want. We'll start off with buying a house in France. Now, in a previous video, I've given an example of a €300,000 house. Now, when my life in France started in 2006, the exchange rates were €1.50 per pound. And at the time, a €300,000 property would have cost £200,000. Now, moving on, 14 years later, the exchange rate is now only €1.10 per pound. That same €300,000 house now, with an exchange rate at €1.10, would actually cost you £272,000 plus a few extra hundred. That's an increase of £72,000 purely because the exchange rate has changed. That's a huge difference. Now, when I bought my house, I went through a currency dealer. They were foreign currency direct. They're still around today, and I still use them every single month to buy my euros. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check them out. But it made a huge difference with the exchange rate as regards to how much the house cost me. Now, a lot of people, obviously moving to France, starting a new life in France, have income from their natural countries. And they need to convert money on a regular basis to pay for their living expenses. Be it pensions, or they might have business interests in their existing countries, and they need to convert euros every month. Now, what I've found is that when going through a bank, yes, the charges are slightly lower. They normally charge £9 per transaction, whereas the currency dealer I use charges 15. But on a lot of instances, the exchange rate could be like, rather than say 1.10 cents to a pound, you might have a drop of 1.08. So there's like a 2-point drop going through the bank to the currency dealer. Now, it may not sound a lot, but on that, going back to that same €300,000 property, that's an additional £5,000. By dropping 2 points on the exchange rate, that same house will cost you an extra £5,000. It's ridiculous. And on a monthly transaction situation, let's just say you're doing £2,000 per month. A 2-point drop on £2,000 may not sound a lot, but it's €40. If you went through the currency dealer, you'd get an extra €40 in your pocket. Over the course of the year, that's €480. That's not a small sum by anyone's standard. So, you know, it's really important when living in France and starting a life in France that you have a very good system of transferring your existing currency into euros. And for me, you know, I do a transaction with the currency dealer on one day, and the money's in my account in France the following day. It's extremely quick, very efficient, not a problem at all. So you can really see the impact of currency rates on your money when living in France. Guys, one of the sad facts about life in France, particularly for those people that moved around the same time as me or earlier, that perhaps had fixed incomes, if they were on a fixed pension and they had, say, £2,000 per month through their pension, at the time of an exchange rate of €1.50 per pound, their £2,000 was giving them an income of €3,000 per month. Now, in 2021, that same £2,000 is only giving them €2,200 per month. They've lost €800 per month on their income, purely down to the currency exchange rates. And that's a huge impact for anybody to have to burden. For me, I always worked in the UK up until 2012, and when I saw the exchange rate starting to go against us, I had to work harder to generate more sterling to have the same amount of euros to spend. And thankfully, the other side of our business, the holiday cottages, we've had to increase our prices just to keep level, basically. It's not a great situation. The exchange rate can really have a big impact on your standard of living, and it's something that you should never take for granted, particularly if you're looking to start a new life in France. Guys, not only currency rates can affect your life in France, but you've also got inflation to take into account. Now, when I moved to France, just to give you an example, a cord of wood, I was being charged 160 euros. And at the exchange rate of €1.50 per pound, that wood was costing me £106. Now, in 2021, a cord of wood cost me €210 because it's gone up in price. And at today's exchange rates of €1.10, that works out to £190. What a difference. And that's just one item. Every item that you buy in France is affected the same way. Everything else becomes more expensive as the exchange rate goes against us when converting into euros, and you have inflation also to contend with. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this short video on life in France, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and obviously hit the red button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody.